Hi and welcome. This is going to be a reading for Gemini, specifically for the partial eclipse coming up in Taurus. But if you find this reading and you're not a Gemini, or you have Gemini in other aspects of your chart, or the title just calls you in, you just stumble upon the reading, even if it's not at the time that it's being recorded, sometimes we just find things in moments that we need it. That's how the universe works. Everything is energy, um, and our energy sends out a frequency, whether we are aware of it or not. But let's get into the cards and see what you need to know with this full moon. Full moons help us to see things that we haven't been able to see or unwilling to see, and help us to release it so that we can progress forward. Okay. Let's see. Number 36. Mend a broken heart fairy, healing from heartache. So you might be healing from some sort of heartache. We also have a number 38. Carnivorous flower fairy, a tempting offer has a high price. And then we have number 18, Violet Duchess, stifled, bored, and stuck. Okay, so let's see. The numbers 36 and 38 might be significant. It might be someone's age. And the number 18. So what I'm feeling is like someone might have had their heart broken in the past, and this can be romantic or anything else really. And now they are afraid of love. This can be you. So it's not necessarily that someone is currently hurting you, but it's almost like there is someone you might have feelings for, or just something that you love. You know, you could have tried to make it in a certain industry, and you had nothing but disappointment and loss or pain, and so now you've given up on your dream. It can be anything, or it can be a love relationship or a family relationship. So there is something that you are attracted to or care about, or someone, but you feel like this person is a temptation that you can't take the risk on. You're not willing to have your heart broken again. You feel like this is a big risk. And I feel like what this full moon is trying to illuminate to you is that you might think or project certain things about this person and say, oh, they're probably too attractive. I just saw a fly. When we see flies, it's often an indication that someone is observing you or watching you, possibly online or in the physical, that you haven't noticed. And it might come to your awareness. That's a side note. But it's like you might think this person is so attractive, they can't possibly, they'll probably break my heart. And being attractive is not a bad thing, and it's not a risk, and it doesn't make someone, it doesn't mean that someone's going to hurt you. But you might have some self-worth issues, so you don't feel like you're good enough, so you're projecting that onto this person. Or you're worried that this person might cheat on you because they're so attractive, because there might be a lot of people that find them attractive. But you should know that you are an amazing being, and it doesn't matter what you look like or what you have. If there is mutual love, respect, and care, and it's a healthy, balanced relationship, that the person won't cheat on you. And if they do, then that just wasn't meant to be, and that doesn't mean that you're not lovable. I'm just drawn to her, how pretty she is. So there might be something around the way someone looks. Apologies, the video cut out. But everything in life is a lesson, right? So if you have experienced people in the past that have looked innocent or looked attractive or pretended to care or pretended to be nice, that was an opportunity, not that you deserved it, but it was an opportunity for you to learn to discern energies. So how to decipher, how to discern when someone is pretending to care about you, or they look a certain way and so you perceive them to be a certain way, or they pretend to be a certain way. So that interaction doesn't mean that every single other interaction in person with similar characteristics are going to be the same. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be wary of temptation, things that look too good to be true. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't protect yourself and be cautious, but it doesn't mean that you should paint everything with the same brush and that everything will be the same experience. It is an opportunity for you to see what did I overlook in the context of that relationship with that person or with that situation. Did I act in a certain way? And don't ever blame or shame yourself for someone else hurting you. Was I too closed off, or was I too open-hearted? Was I too naive? Was I afraid of being myself? There are many aspects that we can learn. And it's painful to go through these experiences, but when we take something positive from it, or take the negative and see how we can use that to benefit us and to improve on our relationships going forward, then we don't get stuck in fear and now close ourselves off to something that can be potentially really amazing, and then either not have anything good happen to us, or continuously having to attract the same person so that we can learn the lesson. The stifled, bored, and stuck card. It's almost like someone is over, someone feels like so done with having interactions with people that are superficial, or only care about looks, or only care about status, or only care about money. It's like you just want something genuine and authentic, something that is deeply connected. You want to experience a different type of intimacy, not just physical, but companionship and understanding and friendship and trust and loyalty, or whatever the specifics are for you. But you almost feel like you're stuck, like there's no way for your heart to heal and for you to stop attracting people that are going to actually bite you or eat you up, siphon your energy, use you. It almost feels like you've given up hope. Let's get some tarot on this. There's something about her looking innocent but not being innocent. And what's coming to mind is that often, say for instance you come across a vicious dog, that dog most likely was not born vicious. Either they were trained to be vicious, or they were subjected to some sort of abuse or neglect, and so they are fearful and become vicious, trying to protect themselves. And you know, if you know dogs and if you've been in that situation, if you take in a stray dog that has been very badly neglected, it takes some time for them to let their guard down and soften and let themselves trust you. And until they do, they're going to snap at everyone. And that's kind of the feeling I'm getting with this, is that we have the potential within us to transform um, any negative situation. It's not your job to try and change someone, right? But if you continuously approach everything and everyone from a fearful place, mistrust, not trusting anyone, and ready to defend yourself, then even if the person is harmless, they might just not want to engage or connect with you, or they might act in the same way. I keep getting interrupted. But everything happens for a reason, or there's something to be seen. Let's clarify, mend a broken heart, fairy, please. Healing from a broken heart. We have the Fool, and we have transformation. And this is what I was saying about transformation and transmuting. If you use the skills, the lessons you've learned, you can then say, okay, I'm going to have boundaries, but I'm going to be open-minded about something, and not be reactive, but observe and respond, and maybe respond differently. The Fool is a number 0, so it's like someone taking a risk and a leap of faith, but it's like a calculated risk. You are not the same person you were the first few times that you got hurt. Whether you realize it or not, since then you've grown, you've changed, and you've learned new things, right? But the Fool is going on a journey, a new journey, but without any baggage. Not taking the negative, difficult, heavy, dense things from the past along with you. So you might need to take a risk with your heart. And I almost feel like we negate our intuition and our gut feeling when something tells us this is a definite no and this is dangerous, and then we get hurt. And there's sometimes when our heart will lead us and say, you should try this. And sometimes we negate that, and then we don't have positive experience to reinforce good responses and feeling safe to open up, feeling safe to love, feeling safe to try new things. When we continuously have negative experiences, then that reinforces a belief system within us that this is how people are and this is how things are, or I am undeserving, or that's never going to happen for me. So with this full moon, there might be some sort of transformation. And I see sparks and fire here. Number 13 is the Death card, which is death and rebirth, which is a transformation. So either the part of you that felt broken and unhealed, and in truth we are not broken and unhealed. These are layers of negativity or belief systems that covers up the true authentic versions of ourselves, the healed, the whole and complete version of ourselves, the empowered version of ourselves. You're almost, the part of you that was broken is almost dying and being reborn, and you can then go have a new beginning that is going to be different. Let's get one more tarot card before we get some Moonology cards. That one wants to be seen. The King of Earth. The King of Earth is someone who is mature and stable and loyal. And the King of Earth, I feel like he's a builder. Like, he can also be wealthy, but abundance can be many different things. Like you can have a lot of skills to create abundance. It doesn't have to be money, but it can be. I feel like we should get another one. What is this King of Earth? We have the Magician at the bottom. I feel like you have the tools now to manifest something different. And I feel like this is about either love in terms of a romantic connection or just loving relationships and connections. You now have the tools to be able to manifest healthy, good, loving relationships. Please clarify. Okay, so I'm also getting from the King of Earth with the Magician card is that you are either subconsciously or consciously trying to manifest someone, a relationship with someone. You can't manifest someone. Or someone is trying to manifest a relationship with you. And that fly might just be you becoming aware of who that person is, or you kind of already know. And then we have the King of Air. So we have two kings. This can be the same person. So this person can be stable and abundant and grounded, but also wise and mature, be a good communicator, or it can be two different people. This can be someone that's older or just more mature, but this can be you. This could be two different people that might have feelings for you, or it could be the same person with these characteristics. We have the Tower. This person is going to have a major influence on your life, or you have a major influence on their life. Give me one more, please. Why do we have the King of Air and the King of the Nine of Air? I feel like I need to read this. Shifting negative self-talk to self-compassion, from fear to possibility, a call to faith. I feel like either this transformation, something is happening with you where you are no longer being fearful, having all these doubts and worries and fears, negative self-belief and negative self-talk, self-deprecating thoughts, or someone else is going to help you to overcome this, to transform this, to see yourself in a better light and to feel better about yourself. Maybe they're going to restore your trust in love, in people, or just help you to see yourself in a better way. The affirmation here is, with a gentle, mellifluous voice, I tell myself that I will be okay, that I am okay, and that any fear is merely false evidence appearing as real. I forgive myself because I know I am a human trying the best I can, and need only call on Spirit to remember that I can and will do better as new possibilities begin to gather on my horizon. So again, this can be just you having epiphanies, or having sifting through your emotions and working through your emotions, processing it, and somehow becoming a more stable, more wise version of yourself. And so that helps you to manifest and attract better relationships, more healing, loving relationships, and gets you out of this feeling stuck and bored and just over life. Something new is going to start. Or this could be someone else helping you get to that place. Okay, this is a lot. We have 3. A new romantic cycle begins. And again, this can be a new romantic cycle with yourself, where you fall in love with yourself again and no longer have self-deprecating thoughts because of some experiences that have broken your heart. You are not your experiences, right? The new moon in Libra. Show the world the real you, and the real you is the healed, complete, happy, empowered version of yourself. But if you show up as yourself, and not pretend to be something you're not. When you're pretending to be a certain way, like I like sports, I'm going to pretend I like sports because everyone around me likes sports. Then I'm going to attract somebody that likes sports, and eventually down the line, I'm going to get bored or irritated, and because I don't really like sports. You need to show up as yourself. So if you're sad, you know, you don't have to stay there, but you can be truthful to your emotions so that you can process it and then feel happier. Instead of pretending to be happy and everyone thinks you're fine, and then you wonder why you can't attract relationships where people are empathetic and affectionate, because you're pretending to either be fine or not to need anyone, or not want anyone. And so that's what you attract, people that are emotionally unavailable or show you that. And not that people are that innately, but that's the dynamic that is then created. And lastly, we have luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. The Sagittarius energy, the bow energy, always gives me the idea of us either reliving or remembering or feeling past emotions, so that it's almost like a pullback, so that you can move forward in a better way, in a new way, in a different way. So you mending this broken heart from past experiences is going to cause a transformation in you and hence in your world, and then a new beginning, a new romantic cycle, either with yourself or with someone else. And the luck is on your side card is like this eclipse, this full moon, is helping us with whatever is keeping us stuck in a certain mindset, which creates our reality. It's almost like the whole entire universe, all the planets, the moon, the sun, everything aligns to help us, even when it feels like it's painful and this is happening to you. It's usually happening for you, and we just need to let go of the resistance. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, please like, share, comment, or subscribe so that you can be notified when I upload again. And I hope I will see you again in another video.